What's up? So I did a live yesterday, and I got a couple comments, and I had one person say, "I love Take It Serious, bro, but you got the Transformers and toys, and you got a cat's head." First of all, it's a panther, okay, and that is the dopest thing I ever seen in my life. And this right here, that's my Megatron. That's a masterpiece Megatron. That's my hot rod, and that's my Archangel Michael. All right, but you motivated me, okay? You reminded me of the days I used to live in Pacific Beach. I had a group of dudes that all worked in the industry in Pacific Beach that I think had money on my little butthole. For real, I'm not lying. About 6 months after I left Pacific Beach, I went back, and it was the general manager of the Cabo Cantina. He put his arm around me and felt so confident in front of all these other dudes that all worked in the bars, drug dealer, this and that, and said, "This is the one that got away." So I want to talk about this mainly for the youth, about the manipulation that people do in society. And right now, the major manipulation they got going on is this Trump derangement syndrome. I didn't really know what was going on with this Trump derangement syndrome. I had to trigger a couple of friends, honestly, to find out what the hell have they done to you. And it's this Trump derangement. When you say this man's name, it triggers a racist trigger inside of you where you get crazy. I literally have seen this gloss go over your eyes, and I'm like, whoa, like you're like, and then I've triggered people where I'm like, can you just please tell me the text message that he said? No, it's his Twitter, it's his tweets. Which one? All of them. I'm like, can you please just tell me which tweet, which exact? Can you go online? They can never do it. They just get triggered and start going crazy, like But the universe has messed around and brought Biden in, which is everything that the Trump derangement people thought that Trump was. So I want to talk about manipulation. It's very subtle manipulation. Like, I'm doing my live, I'm just trying to start, and then you're going to come, and instead of saying, "What's up, bro? Good to see you, looking good," you start making fun of my background, okay? That's manipulation. That was some hate. But the thing is, I love the hate. When you throw that at me, that tells me, damn, my Panther's looking good. Look at my Megatron. That's a masterpiece Megatron. You don't even know where to get those. I got my little plate from Thailand. My friend's girlfriend bought me for that. Oh, look at this is Optimus Prime MP10 miniature. No, not semi-miniature. Yeah. And then check this hot chick out. And also, I want to talk about triggers. These things are all triggers. If you look at my Facebook, I have Elvis Levy next to my name. That's because I want to keep the Elvis Levy, which is this one book I have right here, Elvis Levy, because what this guy did was he researched the mystic orders of things. He became a 33-degree third Mason, and it looks just like me if you look at the younger pictures. But anyway, just saying, I believe in this stuff. I've dated witches. I've witnessed stuff, and this guy documented it. And I believe the only reason that he became a Freemason was to keep his work alive, okay? And so I want to keep his work alive by spreading his name. That's why I smacked his name there, okay? He documented this stuff. Eventually, Aleister Crowley took his studies and deemed it and turned it into black magic and all that stuff, okay? That's what happened to it. Elvis Levy actually drew the Baphomet. I believe Elvis Levy probably drew that on purpose. If you actually look at the Baphomet, it's a very, very spiritual thing, but they've demonized it. Why? Because the church is scared of it. Why? Because the church is scared to realize that mystic magic. Jesus showed us that mystic magic, and it works because Jesus actually was a magic man, but he wouldn't conform and go with the devil who controlled everything. So this is a very spiritual and magical universe we live in, okay? And this guy documented it, and I've seen stuff. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've dated witches. I've dated stuff. So I believe in it, and I believe with the good and the light. And that was what that Baphomet was. He does with the dark is the light, and it's a balance of everything. And then he has the goat with the horns, which means becoming like from the sheep to the goat. You become enlightened a little bit. So this stuff was demonized because they just wanted you not to be spiritual. They want you to be dumb. That's one of the reasons why Elvis Levy didn't become a priest. Well, he actually fell in love with, or not fell in love, but he had a little crush on a girl. He's like, I still got to knock them boots, which can't blame him. And then my tarot cards, this is my tarot cards. He was a tarot card reader, because if you look at this book, actually there's two books. This book right here is kind of the book of Elvis Levy. He's the master of the tarot. I like tarot cards. Gives me a way to communicate to the universe, because the universe, at one point, I had to realize the universe was trying to communicate with me, and it was bugging me, and it was talking to me. So I had to go, well, I need to give you a way to talk to me. So it talks to me through these cards, okay? Because I believe the universe is alive and we can talk to it. And the older I get, the more I'm starting to really do believe that this might be a digital matrix universe. I mean, it's getting weird, especially that I haven't been going to work because of this Rona. It seems like when I go out, I can feel the energy, and right now it's kind of a negative energy coming towards us, where I can kind of like, I kind of feel like it is kind of a negative thing, like the Matrix when they go, we tried to give you a perfect universe, but you didn't like it. Humans kind of need the suffering. I kind of see it, and I see it too when I'm walking down the street and I'm just walking, right, and then I see somebody kind of not paying attention, and they'll just start walking towards me. You know what I mean? Or like a car will just start coming toward, like, you know what I mean? It's just weird. It's kind of weird. Like, I just feel like the Matrix. I could see a scenario where we are in a digital universe of a Matrix. That's all I'm saying. I don't have any proof, but I can just see it. Because the world is crazy, and the universe communicates with me all the time. All the time. I could pull this card. Sometimes I just open this thing and just pull a card, and it gives me the answer. And 9 times out of 10, it's correct. So, anyways, I just wanted to get on this live to talk about triggers and how they have triggered people. And I think the Donald Trump thing is a very big indication of how they've used the triggers to manipulate society to trigger you guys. And it's something that we should look at and really document, because the Trump derangement syndrome is real. I've seen it in you people, and you need to knock it off, okay? You need to wake up from it, get rid of it, because it's really detrimental to society right now. And I'm not saying to go grab yourself a damn MAGA hat and get crazy, but for one example, I'll give you one example. My son's mom, I had to snap on her. I haven't really talked to her since, because she was like, how do you feel about Donald Trump? And I was like, I don't know, he's all right. Like, what do you feel about him? Can you give me something that why you don't like him? Give me one thing. Oh, all his tweets, his texts. Nah. I'm like, give me something. And then she finally sends me a photo, and it has a black Jesus and a white Jesus. And the white Jesus had a MAGA hat on, and above it had all this racist stuff. And the black Jesus had all this cool brother man, number soul one brother. And I snapped, because I'm like, what does Jesus in a MAGA hat have to do with Donald Trump? Like, that was it. And that was like, but that's when I started to see the manipulation that has been done to society. And we have to get over that manipulation, you guys. You have to get over this. They've generated all this racist stuff to manipulate you. And until you guys start waking up and starting to be able to see reality, we're not going to be able to move forward. It's been 18 or 19 months, and we're still in this. We're still here. We need to break out of it, you know? And, you know, I go on a live yesterday, and I got a friend throw me some hate. You know, talking about my little toys in the background. What the hell? Why you hating? You hating on the Panther? You hating on the Black Panther? What? You hating on the hot ass little Mexican girl? Yeah, cause y'all been whipped into hate. You've been manipulated. Okay. And if you want to know why I do have these things, they are triggers for me, because I believe in reincarnation. I believe when I come in the future, I want to see things like a yin and a yang, and it kind of triggers something in my mind. You know, it's just like, because I believe I've been here before. I believe I'll be here again. Okay? And I want to see things like this Panther, this Black Panther. You know what this Black Panther makes me think of? I was like 5 or 6 years old, and we used to go to this store in Hillcrest, right here on 5th Avenue, and I always wanted this little Black Panther. And when I see this little Black Panther right now, it goes, you're old enough to buy a Black Panther. This Transformer right here, when I was a kid, I always wanted this. My brother's friends used to steal all my Transformers, and I always wanted this one. And when I was a kid, I used to go, one day, they're going to make a Transformer that is like perfect. And now I got it. And so in the future, that would trigger my brain to make me go boom, boom, boom. And then I got my Elvis Levy and my cards to trigger me again, because I believe in reincarnation. So while you guys are working on Donald Trump sucks, while you guys are working on the coronavirus, I'm working on reincarnation. I'm working on triggering things in my brain so I can wake up in my next life. All right? Maybe y'all need to start thinking a little bit differently than just living in the now. Because I'll tell you what, right now, the now sucks. With your masks, I was just at the store right now, and I was talking to a guy at Best Buy, and the guy didn't even want to get next to me because I didn't have my mask on. He was talking to me like this with his mask on, like, "Grr." And I'm like, we got to break this. So that's what made me get on this live right now. I was like, I'm going to get on live. I'm going to put some stuff on blast, because we need to wake up. Y'all need to wake up. We need to get past this. We can't keep doing this. Right now, you guys are living in insanity. You know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results. That's what we're doing right now. It's the same thing. And they're trying to do the same thing every year. They want to do George Floyd, oh, and then oh this, and then oh that, and then it's the same. Put the mask on, put 2 masks on, take a vaccine, another vaccine, no. It's like, dude, when does it stop? It's not gonna stop until we wake up and say enough is enough. Okay, you gotta wake up and be like, okay, maybe I was wrong, maybe I was asleep. But until we do that, we're gonna keep being stuck in the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. But while that's happening, best believe I'm putting triggers all over the internet. I got Rumble, Parler, just spreading myself. That's how I look at life. I'm spreading myself. So hopefully in my next life, I just wake up and I just see this book right here of Elvis Levy, and it just looks funny, and then I buy it, I get it home, I read it, and then it just starts making sense, and then I start looking at the universe like, whoa, crazy. Anyway, man, that's my 2 cents. Talk to you later. Haters, go ahead and hate on my Megatron masterpiece. It's dope. I love that thing. All right, peace.